Alright, I'm seeing things. A floating space gnome head dropped massive truth into my brain. Now, the link of this video is going to be a video response, so you can see it down there, or you guys might see this from a video response of this. But, oh, this guy's an idiot. He says, those who cry about the burden of proof, they are crybabies. And he's saying that atheists are wrong and ignorant. And he says we're childless, and just saying that they're crybabies and we're wrong and ignorant and all that stuff, that's basically saying that he's a child too. But anyway, burden of proof. Atheism is, and this is going to be, I had to write down a list of shit. And like in the first 2 minutes I wrote down like 7 stuff. Alright. The burden of proof. He didn't say in the video, it was a caption at the very start of it. And he said, atheists who are crybabies when they call for burden of proof. Burden of proof is, atheism first off, is the stance that there's not enough evidence in order for me to believe there is a God. We're not trying to prove that there is not a God. Okay? So if you're trying to prove something, you have to have the proof in order to do it. For example, I can't say, if I do this, and I say the wall behind me is blue, and you say, okay, well, show me, and then I say, well, I can't. Well, then that's not enough proof, so you can't believe that the wall behind me is blue, when in actuality, it's white, or gray, whatever you want to call it. I'm colorblind, give me a break. Alright. Now, burden of proof history. I'm going to be a history major, and when in the caption too, this is all in the caption. This one pissed me off. Okay, he contradicts himself right here. So, you won't believe in the Bible that's 2,000 years old, but you'll believe in stuff that's in the history book that's hundreds of years old. Okay, first off, that we have documents from people who lived in that time period in order to, and events too. We're actually able to go to these places where the events happen and see some of these marks. Him saying that, well, don't believe in stuff history books tell you, then don't believe in the Bible. Okay, he contradicts himself right there. And plus, we can prove. We have survivors. We have documentation about all this stuff. If you don't believe that World War II happened, go talk to a World War II veteran. He'll tell you what happened. If you don't believe World War I happened, go find one of the last few World War I veterans that are alive. Crap, they're old now. But anyway, now, childish atheists. He basically calls us dumb shits. Okay. When you call someone a dumb shit, and then you call them a child before you call them a dumb shit, you contradict yourself right there, so stop that. Alright? Atheism doesn't... Okay, I already says atheism does not try to prove the non-existence of God, okay? And he says, science is shit. Okay, science is shit? Okay, then get off the internet. The internet is made from science, get off of it. No, seriously, get off. No, go already, you motherfucker. But anyway, you can't say science is bullshit because it can change within a matter of seconds. Okay, but now you're using the internet, which was made using science. So get off. You can't have it both ways, you dumb shit. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a little childish on my part. I do apologize for that one. Alright, scientific law. He says that scientific law, is bullshit, basically, because it can change under any given moment. Now, there's a difference between a law and a theory. A theory is something that we have evidence to say that this does exist, but we don't quite understand how it is, and then we have more evidence that changes it. That's why it's called a theory. Now, a law is, it applies under the same conditions over and over and over again. For example, if I punch you in the face once a day for a week in the same spot, it's still, and if I do it hard enough, it's still gonna hurt, right? Okay. Eventually you'll get numb to it, but under the same conditions, so I just keep on punching you once a time, every day, for a week, you'll feel it and you'll know pain. That's a law. You're gonna have pain if I punch you in the face. Now, he says that there are no facts and no laws. Okay, no facts. Okay, no laws. Okay, no laws, right? You said no laws. Okay, then I'm gonna go steal stuff from the grocery store down the street, and then plus after that, I'm going to look down at. I'm gonna look up at every person and say the sky is green. They say, well, no, it's blue. There is no truth. I can't say that. That's an idiot move to say. Now he goes on to say God damn, I cannot talk at all. Bear with me, please. He goes on to say that atheism have no logic, but they do, but it's shit. I repeat, atheism have no logic, but they do, but it's shit. This guy has common sense, but he doesn't, but it's shit. Get how that applies? Atheists, everyone has logic. Everyone is capable of reasoning and logic, I believe, at least. Unless they're brainwashed or they're just mentally insane. And I'm starting to think that this guy is. Now, our logics are based on, every person's individual logics based on facts, but you say there is no facts. Okay, truth. Oh, but you say there is no truth. Oh, so you back me into a corner. And how they perceive the world. That is how logic is not universal. Logic is by one person. Common sense should be universal. I don't think it is, but logic is universal. Okay, because you can't say to a person, let's see, the tires on that car are square. You use logic. Well, why would it be square? A square can't roll as well as a circle, so maybe we should turn to a circle. Use your logic. Square's better and cooler. Come on. Now he goes on to say science is an enemy to atheists. I wish he had hands so he can smack himself in the forehead. Science is not an enemy to anybody. Science is an independent field. It's not trying to prove the non-existence of God at all. It's trying to get a better understanding of the world around us. People use it. Other people use it, not the scientists or researchers, but other people who see the outcomes of the scientific reviews, and then they use it. Okay, depending on how they use it, then that's how it can be stupid. For example, if I say, take these batteries. You know the saying, battery acid? Well, these things are made of acid. I know, I read it in a book, scientific book. Yeah, battery acid comes from these, so these things have acid inside of them. That's bullshit. Don't do it. Now, magic versus science. Okay, this one's a little tough because I don't have a good understanding of the definition of true magic. I think magic, the definition of magic is trying to trick people so they can have joy or be feared. That's basically the definition of magic. I think it is. Science is where it's trying to prove or understand stuff around us. And that goes into magic a little bit because it's like, okay, well, how do we prove that the rabbit did come out of the hat? That's basically it. Then he goes on to say grizzly bears were viewed as monsters. And then he says, but the perspective changed on them. But they still are monsters because they eat people every day. They are wild animals. Come on. Humans, we do much more monstrous things than animals do. You know how many animals... No, you know how many bears we've killed off? You know how many buffalo we've killed off? Do you know how many wolves we've endangered? You know how many sharks are endangered? You know how whales are endangered? You know how scarce the rainforests are for those animals? Animals are not monstrous. We humans are, because we're doing much more monstrous things to them than what they can do to us. Now, what can they do to me? Oh, they can bite my arm off. Okay, nothing bad. I can still live. Oh, they can kill me. Oh, they can just kill me. Oh, but we can kill millions of them just by doing one simple thing? You can't. No, that's bullshit. Stop. Rebelling atheists. He says, basically on this one, he says, the reason why people join atheism is because they're trying to rebel against their upbringing. Okay. Then he goes on to say that, wow, way to have people affect your belief. This one is also bullshit because this applies to religious people too. There are people who are raised into these religions. There are Islamic, well, I should say Muslim people who are raised in a Muslim household. If they were born in a Jewish household, they would be Jewish. Their upbringing is what caused them to be the way they are. Now, atheism, most atheists don't rebel at all. In fact, most that I know don't. Their parents are really laid back. The parents do believe in God, but they don't like force it on them. My parents, for example, they believe in a God. I don't. We don't force it on each other, and we're good like that. Okay. Now he says that the reason why people join atheism is because it's trendy. Okay, maybe atheism is picking up speed now, but there's a reason why to it. The more access people have to knowledge, the more that they can see how the world is and the facts of the world. Oh, but you said there's no facts. Okay, but they can see how the world is and what people have said and other opinions. Then they put that into their head. Not like physically, they don't pick it up and just like cram it into their head, but it's stored in their head, and they come up with their own opinion, and that's what leads them to their faith or non-faith, for example. And he goes on to say that atheists are pathetic. And you're calling us childish the whole entire time? Come on! You can't. Okay, you must have ran into a really dumb atheist. I will admit, some of them do exist. Some people might classify me as a dumb atheist. I don't know. Where they think they have all the facts and everything, and they just slam it onto you. No one knows all the facts. You don't even know most of the facts. So shut up on that one. Now, atheists, we are not pathetic. No human being is pathetic, in my opinion. There are certain reasons why they're not able to do certain things that they're supposed to do, but that's because the reasons why they're not able to do what they're supposed to do doesn't make them pathetic. Do you think a person who lost their 2 legs is pathetic? No. What if they got into a car accident and that's why they lost their 2 legs? No, you can't call them pathetic for that. You can't call a religious person pathetic because they believe in the Bible. You can't do that, even though it's a 2,000-year-old book. But no, I'll stop myself on that one. Now he says throughout the whole entire video, there is no truth. And then he says, I'm glad that you heard my truth at the very end of this video. It's a good thing this guy's a gnome, because I hope he can get me insurance. Because he's going to have to pay for my medical bill because I'm having a